Alright, Nova, I gotta adjust the size of these icons if you would like to take us away for introduction, sir.
Alright, so hi guys, welcome, and we're casting the ESL
Go for StarCraft Monday Cup.
Go for StarCraft Monday Cup, thank you. And spawning in the top right as the red Terran is going to be CMStormPolt, and his opponent in the bottom left.
Dude, take a breath between intro. Like, that is... Hang on, this is actually for serious thing. Like, take a breath between introductions, because, like, that was, like... Here's Polt and then Chew, like...
Oh yeah, I'm sorry man, nervous? No, okay, I'm not nervous, but...
You should be, we got two really high quality players.
That's true, but... I get too spoiled by you, man. You always do the intro so perfect, and it's hard to live up to that standard, I guess.
Oh, dude, my intros are terrible. I'm always trying to find better ways to... Like, my intro... I don't know, I get really bored of my own intros, but because I cut you off, because it was rude, guys, in the lower left corner of the map, playing for Clarity Gaming, unless that's changed, it is Shu.
Alright.
I know, Scumbag Rifkin making his co-caster feel awkward this early in the day. My bad.
Oh no, you always make me feel awkward, man. It's okay. I get used to that. But
Proud.
But again, such an awkward map for Protoss. First Elite Watcher, now Neo Planets. You must be happy as a Terran, right, to see these awesome Terran favorite maps.
Well, you know what, it's really difficult to call Neoplanet as Terran favorite per se. It's definitely really nice for Terran players, but this isn't the same as Derelict. It's not the same as, like, say, a Daybreak where you, like, auto-win because of drops, but we have, in the most curiously interesting spot, I think, going to be a Proxy Oracle.
Yeah, it's like on this map, it's like the new trend. Like, everybody, like, if you're a Terran out there, check that spot. Every Protoss is gonna do it. I've seen Protoss do it like on the Zotac on Saturday, well, on Sunday for you guys. No, it was Saturday for you too,
Just say Zotacs, man.
Yeah, and I've seen recently so many people put it there. I always wonder why nobody was putting it right over there, because...
Well, the thing is with it, if a Terran player goes to the cliff, well, not Terran player, anybody goes to the cliff, they can of course see down and see what is there, but there's no reason to really position your army here. There's just no reason for it whatsoever. And we have Polt checking for proxy locations in the regular spots, but not the irregular spots. And there's the Stargate, wow.
And why people are putting it in the center is because it's just against the meta game. It's just as simple as that, and then eventually this will become the new meta game, and eventually they just put the Stargate in their own base.
You know, if I had to describe like metagaming in its most basic concept to people, I would do it through proxy locations. Like, you know, if everybody proxied at the third, suddenly you realize, okay, it can no longer proxy there, let's put it somewhere else to go for, like, say, the fourth. Or...
But Paul, look at that. B says he's going to check it out, and
is he gonna have? If he pulls his second Marine, he'll have the DPS to kill the pylon before the Oracle comes out. But one Marine on its own will not be enough.
Yeah, but look at the response.
Oh,
he's gonna kill the pylon from the top.
He's gonna try to, but the Stalker is coming, and that's the problem. The Stalker will chase off these Marines. Oracle gonna be chronoed out. Will he have the DPS?
Oh, but the Stalker is going down.
Oh no!
Now, precious
no!
And the
Build another pylon! Okay, he is building another one, thank goodness gracious. And the Stalker should actually be able to stop the Marines from killing the second one. That kind of sucks. That really delays the Oracle, and this actually puts Polt's army out of position to defend against it, but you bet your ass he's going to start funneling Marines into the mineral line.
Yeah, he gets the Marine, but Polt knows exactly what's up, and it's delayed as well now, and that's the big thing. The delay on it is going to help Polt defend this a lot easier. It gave him time to build a turret, and it's going to be finished before the Oracle comes in his base.
Yeah, this is really kind of shut down for Shu. Now the problem with this is, it's not really an all-in, but it is a huge dedication of your resources. He doesn't have a natural up. He doesn't have the resources to get a natural up. And so this Oracle is going to cause very little to no damage and not have something to fall back on. Shu is going to be so far behind against a player like Polt.
Oh, but Shu in response throwing down 2 additional gates. Warp gate is about done.
Oh, you know what he might do?
The pressure.
He might go for 3 Oracles to bust the bunkers, is what he might do as a response to this.
Yeah, because Polt is investing a lot in
air defense.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a missile turret at the front.
You know, truthfully, I like. There we go. I was gonna say he's got to crank out a Void Ray. 2 Oracles and a Void Ray are so good at dealing with that bunker. Oracle DPS.
He spent a bunch of energy though. We have to add that.
Yeah, but by the time the Void Ray's out, they're gonna have like enough to charge up again. But guys, just so you know, I mean, this energy attack, this is every 0.86 seconds. So while it's only 15 damage. It's a lot of damage coming, or sorry, a little bit of damage coming really flipping quickly. Polt getting so many more bunkers up now, though.
Yeah, if he can shut them down in time, but one bunker, the top bunker will finish for sure, but even the bottom is gonna finish. The SCV won't be sniped, and
But
this
look,
is problematic.
look, no, here's what's problematic. If Polt goes, or sorry, if Shu goes northward with a Void Ray, oh, did he cancel the Void Ray? He did. Okay, well,
Yeah,
never mind.
he's taking Phoenix instead.
Ugh.
Is this a mistake?
I think he wants to lift things up, maybe. I don't know. I was going to say if he goes northward, he could completely circumvent the Marine Army, and one Void Ray plus a couple Oracles would shred the turret and the SCVs that surround it. But Polt, like, look, it's all his defenses on the front lines. We saw this happen on Saturday, where he puts his defenses in the wrong place, but Shu kind of gave up that chance by canceling the Void Ray. I don't really understand why.
It's a bit questionable, but I don't know. It could still work out because he abandoned his plan to go all in and made a Nexus. And
But
it's that moment where you decide that it's gonna be difficult for you.
did he abandon them too late is the big question. Now, actually, I like the choice of Phoenix that's coming out of Shu. What this allows him to do is shut down Polt's drops wholly and entirely. If he can keep a soft container in the front and keep Polt from dropping out of the bases, he's actually going to be A-okay with this delayed Nexus.
That's correct. And it does leave, although it does leave the Stargate vulnerable to be sniped, he's not really going to use the Stargate for a while. So as long as he can, as you said, be safe against drops for now, he can perhaps establish his base fast enough and get some extra infrastructure, and maybe even a Colossus out if he wants to. It all depends on how fast his gas intake will be right now. We see a bunch of Marines ready, and look, except turrets going down by Polt as well. It's really paranoia that he's gonna just get like 10 oracles or something in his mineral line, I think. I don't know.
This is, I don't know, Polt's turtling up pretty hard, but you gotta remember, like, being Terran, he can just salvage these bunkers. This isn't a huge dedication of resources. And he's gonna move out with a lot of Marines and no medevacs. And this is actually gonna, this is hilarious that this is working because Shu, I think, was expecting a lot of medevacs. He's got these Phoenixes on the field and he can't really utilize them.
Yeah, it's gonna be difficult. I mean, this is Steam Bio, Steam just finished, and the medivacs are on the way, but does he really need the medivacs to bust through this?
Well, hang on. Actually, with a couple good force fields to choke the army, so, like, I'm saying purposely make sure to leave a little hole so Polt can filter in. Photon Overcharge, a couple good force fields, not to mention the Oracle DPS, he might actually be able to take on most of this army.
That's true, the Marauders, nice micro, he tries to get the Marauders at the front, but Photon Overcharge is gonna keep him safe, as you said. It's gonna be quite crucial in holding this, because he has to wait for his medivacs, I feel, to be able to apply pressure, and they're just about to arrive.
But where are those Phoenixes? I know they were roaming around in the north. Okay, they are back home. Now, the thing about Phoenixes, they don't exactly wreck medevacs, but they do take them out very quickly because they can move and shoot at the same time. So Polt is going to be very hard-pressed to get anything dropped in this base. And this is actually quite intelligent out of Shu, because I imagine Shu knows, like, not only is this, you know, Terran he's going to drop, but it's Polt. He's absolutely going to drop. And Polt's signature move, after he's dropped you 3 or 4 times, is to finish you off with that combo breaker of a Doom drop. So if he can shut all that down before it gets out of hand, I mean, the Phoenix is not a bad choice, actually, I gotta say.
I'm still quite surprised how even the supply is, and even how even the worker count is for Shu. He's fighting still slightly from behind, but not as far as I've seen other players who go with a similar openers. So yeah, not bad. But here's the real problem I feel that's going to be for Shu is Paul is taking a 3rd CC. He's getting only single upgrades for now, but how is he really going to secure that 3rd base?
Yeah, that's a big question that's going to have to wait to be answered. Now, with the reconstruction of the Stargates, we're going to see more Phoenixes come out, and this is actually kind of cool, because also, I'm so focused on these Phoenixes, because it's such a weird choice, but there's lots of good options for this. There's 3 Vikings at a time being produced for Polt, and they're going to have to shoot through the Phoenixes before they can shoot the Colossus down.
Yeah. I would like to see a bit more activity with the Oracles, try to put some revelation on, know where Polt is at all time, so you can get some decent position if he wants to get a 3rd. But yeah, I don't really know if the 3rd is really in the plans of Shu. He's not producing any more workers at the moment. I think he's just going for a big 2 base.
And that could work. It really could. I mean, right now he's got a very slight supply lead. Shu gonna throw down that 3rd, and that's a huge investment for him to not only have to physically spend his minerals, but to defend. This is insane.
It's gonna be difficult, but not impossible. It's gonna be really interesting to see how this Phoenix will play out, because although they do like almost no damage to Vikings, if you get enough of them, they might kill all of it.
That one Marine, while it did die and did not do much, it saw the composition of Shu, and Polt's got to be saying, yes, he does not have much of anything. I'm feeling really good in this massive bioforce that I've accumulated.
Well, one thing I do have to add though, with making this many Phoenixes, it is delaying a lot. Like, you can't go double upgrades, you can't get Quick Templar with this.
No, but this might actually protect his Colossus better than upgrades would have, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But Polt is making an abundance of Vikings, and I think this is specifically in response to that many Phoenixes on the field. Not only does he need a lot in general to take down the Colossus quickly and effectively, but to deal with the Phoenixes on top of that. Now, one thing I'm a little concerned about here, too, as well, is the fact that Polt is... I mean, we got one hand, Shu is sacrificing a lot, like you said, upgrades and units to get these Phoenixes out. Polt's doing somewhat the same with his bio to get these Vikings out. I mean, you can have a large standing Viking army, but if your bio is eradicated in the time it takes for those Colossus to go down, who cares?
Yeah, I actually missed how high Polt's Viking count is, and it's pretty
14.
large.
Yeah. Army supply, though, relatively even. Shu a little bit behind, but not by a whole lot. Something a Photon Overcharge can definitely help make up the difference of, but he can't fight in the open. If Shu fights in the open, he's going to be in for some bad times, and oh, he's going to take this engagement.
Yeah, he gets a couple of hits, and now this is the scary part. The Phoenix can actually give
Oh my
chase.
god,
Oh.
that Oracle popped so quickly. And I think the Mothership Core went down too, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Mothership Core is now gone, and Vikings, despite not doing bonus damage to Light, are still one volleying down Colossus, one volleying down the Phoenixes. Some nice force fields.
The range on them.
They allow the Zealots to connect to the Marauders underneath this, but the Colossus are going to get taken up by the Vikings. The Phoenixes,
does he
though,
have enough ground to support?
both players actually have just mostly air remaining at this point. There's very few Marauders and there's very few Stalkers. This has
But
been
the
a bit of a
Phoenixes
wash.
are gonna prevail, but here comes reinforcements from Polt.
Well, let's not forget the Phoenix can also pick units up, so once it deals with the Viking, if it doesn't want to shoot the medevacs, it can start lifting the Marauders, it can start lifting the Marines, and that's what Shu needs to do, because right now this Bio Army is a little too much for him to deal with. He doesn't have a cannon here. There is no Photon Overcharge.